Welcome to CT with CPD Podcast. I am your host, Sharon Diggs. Are you ready? Are you ready to do some spring cleaning? Are you ready for us to have a couch time educational therapy session today where I share some facts, some truth, and we have a honest heart-to-heart educational therapy session that will inspire, that will uplift, that will encourage, that will motivate and educate us. Today, our educational therapy session, we are going to talk about the benefits of minding your business and staying in your lane. Today's educational therapy session is titled Spring Cleaning. Mind your business and stay in your lane. Yup, I said it. I said what I said. Mind your business and stay in your lane. They have a saying that goes, did you know that there are two places you can stay for free? In your own lane and out of people's business. Yup, I said what I said. As I was coming into 2024 this year, this topic of people minding their business and staying in their lane was really heavy on my heart. Why is it that people won't want to be in your lane? Why can't people mind their business? You know, spring just started a month ago. I know this ain't no April Fool's joke on this last day of April 2024. As we continue and we move through the remainder of this year, let us have two rules of engagement. Number one, mind your business. And number two, stay in your lane. So what is it called when someone can't mind their business? You remember when we grew up and people who didn't know how to mind their business, we typically called this person a what? A busybody. All up in everybody's business. This would not be a CT with CPD podcast if I did not share some Did You Know facts. But basically, on this particular session, I'm just going to share some reasons why I feel, or that has been noted in some articles, why people be all up in our business and won't stay in their own lane. People don't mind their business because they don't believe that interfering in someone else's life and making an uninvited inquiry into someone's private affairs and their business. Okay? So people don't mind their business. Number one is because they think they know better. People don't mind their own business because they honestly think and feel they know better, and that they would do whatever it takes to let everyone know that they are right, and the rest of us and the rest of the world is just wrong. So I saw this quote and I thought it was pretty hilarious. It says, 2 reasons why people don't mind their business. Number 1, no mind. And number 2, no business. And I thought, ooh, okay, ouch. That hurt. I felt that. Number 2, reason why people don't mind their business is because they are disconnected. People don't mind their business because they are completely disconnected from their own truth. Let me say it louder for the people in the back. People don't mind their own business because they are completely disconnected from their own truth. They no longer can hear their inner voice or inner guidance. They are really believe that it is their responsibility to be all up in your personal life and affairs and everybody around them and to save everybody. Okay? Number 3, people don't mind their business because they have nothing better to do. Honestly, don't know what else to do with their time. They're bored with themselves, their lives, and so they're looking for ways to bring some excitement and exhilaration into their own lives. And so unfortunately, for those people around them, interfering and being all up in your business and your life affairs and in your lane is where they gonna be. Because they ain't got nothing else and nothing better to do with themselves. Number 4, people don't mind their business because your business is better than their business. Because they love being all up in your business and making an uninvited, unsolicited inquiries into your private life and affairs. Because they ain't got no business, so they all up in your business because they think it's better. I'm just going to tell you, it take a mile to walk in these shoes, and people want to be in them, honey. You don't want to be over here. You don't really want to be over here. Stay in your lane. Number 5, people don't mind their own business because they don't have a purpose. Okay? People who have no clear focus in life and no meaningful purpose, they just don't know what it is they should do with themselves and their lives. So they confuse interfering with helping. When you know who you are and what your purpose is in life, you have no interest in interfering in other people's lives. You know that each being is sacred. God created us. We are each all his unique masterpiece, crafted for uniqueness, to be one of a kind. And that we all have a unique path that we must walk upon. And when you trust God, he will guide you on your path as he guides everyone else on their path. But you got to mind your business and stay in your lane. Get up out of other people's lane. He created a lane just for you. Just for you. Designed it for you, created it for you to get where you want to be in the destiny and the will that he has for your life. We just got to stay out of people's business and stay in our own lane. Number 6, people don't mind their business because they are unhappy. People are sad, they're lonely, they're unhappy. They might not know that this is what it is. They might not want to admit it, but they are. And I'm going to say this for everybody. The people in the back, the people in the front, the people on the side. A happy person is too busy being happy. They understand the value of time and how precious their energy is. And they do not want to waste it by being all up in somebody else's business and in their lane. Okay. I remember when I turned 50, I said, this is so important for me. And I started making a conscious effort because I understand there are 3 things in life you do not get back: your time, your energy, and what you say. And so I am very conscious about how I spend my time and how I expend my energy and what I say. Number 7, people don't mind their own business because they feel unworthy. When people have hidden insecurities, when people feel small, insignificant, unworthy, and undeserving, people who need something and say something in order to feel worthy and loved, they will offer their unsolicited help and advice so that they feel that they have a purpose. And they makes them feel better about themselves. Being up in your business and staying in your lane sometimes make people feel better about themselves because they are insecure and they feel unworthy. But let me just say this. We are all worthy. God sacrificed his life for each and every one of us, and we are worthy to live our life in our full, God-driven, given purpose. Number 8, people don't mind their business because they think they are saving you. Sometimes people think that I don't think they really mean any harm and it's not really intentional. And in their minds, all they think they're doing is saving you from what they think may be a problem or an issue. But there's a saying that goes, no one can save you from yourself but yourself. And so you got to focus and stay in your lane and mind your business unless someone asks you for some advice. And then that way you can interject. But a lot of the times we can't help it. And I find it so interesting. We'll go on social media. We'll see a picture. We'll see an article. And everybody now are relationship therapists and coaches. Everybody knows everything. And so the key that I find that is very interesting is that people will know your name and not know your story. But we're so quick to think we know everything. And I'm going to share some examples of what it looks like when we're minding other people's business and in other people's lane. What some examples of what that looks like in just a second. But number 9, people don't mind their business because they need help. Woo, God, ouch, Lord, that hit. I don't know who that hit today. So a lot of the times people will offer help to those who never asked for it by constantly interfering into people's lives and begging, and really and actually is them begging for help and asking for healing for their own deeply hidden wounds, because they offer the help because they need help. And this is and my pastor says a lot of times it's going to hurt before it helps. But what I will say is this, and I'm going to actually do a podcast on this, and I've seen this quote and I think it's profound. Trauma is not anyone's fault, but healing is everyone's responsibility. The trauma that you've experienced in your life is not your fault, but the healing is your responsibility. And I think for each and every one of us, to a certain extent, we've had some level of trauma in our lives. The healing is our own responsibility, that we have to heal ourselves. Okay. Lastly, number 10, people don't mind their own business because they are afraid. And I say it all the time. People mask behind who they really want to be, who God created them to be. So they perpetrate and they hide. So what we do when we're all up in other people's business and we can't stay in our lane, we are afraid to deal with our own shadows, our own darkness about ourselves, that we'll rather try to correct and fix everybody else's instead of taking a look in the mirror at ourselves. Self-reflection is huge when you're always up in somebody else's business and in somebody else's lane, but it is about yourself. And, it can be hurtful. So, we hear people saying all the time, stay in your lane, and you heard me say it all through the podcast. So I feel, without further ado, it is only fair that I say, what does it mean when people say stay in your lane? It means that you focus on your own responsibilities in your own life. Professionally, personally, focus on the area of your own area of expertise without interfering in the responsibilities or expertise of others. Basically, the phrase stay in your lane is used as a term of advice against those who express thoughts and opinions on a subject about a person or something they viewed without having sufficient knowledge, meaning they have insufficient knowledge or the ability to discuss anything about you. So stay in your lane, And I'm going to try to tell you something. When you stay in your lane, there's less traffic and you get where you're going much further in life. Trust me, it works. On the other hand, let's talk about what does it mean to mind your business and how does it tie into staying in your lane. Mind your business and respecting one's privacy is strongly suggests that a person should stop interfering in what does not affect them. Mind your business sounds really harsh. It sounds harmful. It sounds cruel. But in actuality, it is a gentle reminder to stay in your lane. Minding your own business is you focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. It is taking responsibility and accountability for your own thoughts and your own actions and letting go of other people to take responsibility for their own thoughts and their actions. So earlier I talked about, what it looks like when we're not minding our own business. And here are some examples of when we are not minding our own business and staying in our lane. We're judging, we're criticizing, we're gossiping, we're reacting to circumstances and others instead of being conscious, seeing others as separate from us. trying to solve other people's problems for them, attempting to fix others. When people show you who they are, believe them. Hello, believe them. Refusing to accept others as they are. Not, again, when people show you who they are, believe them. Not taking responsibility and accountability for our own thoughts and actions. Again, not taking accountability and responsibility for our own thoughts and actions. Blaming others for our thoughts and feelings. Believing every thought that pops in our mind, in our heads, and in our minds. Now, let me be honest with you, and let the truth be told. We are all guilty of not minding our own business. And we can struggle with staying in our own lane. But here's the thing. There are many benefits when we stay in our lane and we mind our business. On the one hand, mind your own business encourages personal boundaries and respect for privacy. It also suggests that people should focus on their own lives and not interfere with others. This can help us feel more independent, and we're able to make decisions without unwanted or unsolicited advice or help or interference. People a lot of the times can think that I'm a distant person because I make a conscious effort to stay in my lane and mind my business. I'm not perfect, but I make a conscious effort to stay in my lane and mind my business. I am not distant. I am not distant. Okay? I'm not nonchalant. It's not that I am non-caring. I am just consistent at minding my own business and staying in my lane. Minding our own business helps us build stronger, more positive relationship with others. It can prevent us from having misunderstandings, conflicts, and foster a mutual respect. Minding your own business is a valuable skill that can help us avoid unnecessary stress. It means respecting the privacy of choices of others and focusing on our own goals and happiness. Understanding that we can't control everything. And sometimes we just need to relax, have faith that things will work out, let go a little, and just let life happen. Sometimes we just have to take a step back. It's important for us to take a step back and mind our business and stay in our lane. Because what tends to happen is we have these benefits that we don't even realize that could be beneficial to our lives when we take that step back to just mind our business and stay in our lane. And some of the benefits are an increased focus on personal goals and priority. When we are not consistently thinking or worrying about other problems or gossiping about their lives, we have more mental and emotional capacity and space to focus on our own goals and our overall well-being. Number 2, it reduces stress and anxiety from not getting involved in people's drama. I've tried to live a drama-free life as much as possible. So by minding my own business, it reduces stress and it helps to maintain a level of detachment from the problems of other people for you to focus on yourself, which in turn will lead to a greater sense of fulfillment and satisfaction in your life. Now, it is important, and I must say this, it does not mean that we should completely ignore the needs and concerns of others. That's not what I'm saying. Because we can still be supportive and empathetic without becoming overly involved in other people's problems, situations, and circumstances. Number 3, minding your own business shows respect and maturity. It promotes improved relationships. And it also, too, is where it helps to have a level of privacy and boundaries while also protecting your own. Okay. Number 3, it increases self-awareness and self-confidence. When we are less influenced by other factors and other people, we are more focused on our own growth. and we are more likely to pursue things and activities and relationships that align with our true selves. This will help us be more authentic in our lives, which will boost our self-esteem as well as our self-confidence. Number 5, how does it benefit? It gives us a greater sense of independence. Minding your own business equals, let me say this again, minding your own business equals freedom financially, mentally, spiritually, financially, and emotionally. You become less dependent on other people to validate and approve you. You learn to trust your own judgment and make good decisions and need not have validation from other people. This helps you to be more resilient and have a self-assured mindset. Number 6, it increases productivity and efficiency in our personal lives. Minding your business and staying in your lane helps you to take ownership of your own task and responsibility. This can help you be more accountable for your actions and your behavior to hold yourself to a higher standard. And it will keep you on track and be more productive. And then lastly, this is so important, our mental health. It improves your mental and emotional health. So how do we win at this thing of minding your own business and staying in your lane? You let people do what they need to do to make them happy. You mind your business, you stay in your lane, and you do what you need to do to make you happy. Nothing will bring you greater peace than minding your own business and staying in your lane. So let's make it our business to mind our own business. Thank you for turning into this week's educational therapy session, Spring Cleaning, Mind Your Business, and Stay in Your Lane. Until our next educational therapy session, pray, drink water, mind your business, stay in your lane, and press repeat. Take care, be blessed, and have an amazing day on purpose.